Thanks for joining us. Now at noon, calls for the Little Rock Police Department to be more transparent how they're responding to the claims. Plus, more emotional testimony from families of mass shooting victims, what they're pushing lawmakers to do. Pain at the pump is not expected to end anytime soon. What experts fear could push gas prices even higher. And we've all heard the phrase no pain, no gain, but doctors are urging people not to push it. We'll tell you why coming up at 12:18. But first, it's another rainy day in Arkansas. Scott, how long can we expect the rain to hang around this week?
You know, we're going to have rain and thunderstorms, some of which could be severe today, continuing into the afternoon. We get a bit of a break tomorrow before another round moves in on Friday. A lot of weather to talk about. Here's what we're dealing with at the lunch hour today. We've had round one move through central Arkansas earlier. We have now scattered showers and thunderstorms south of the metro in places like Sheridan and Pine Bluff and Whitehall. Now, nothing severe, but as you can see, a lot of oranges and a lot of reds, and that means heavy downpours. You see a lot of lightning strikes, thus there's a lot of thunder as well. And you're also finding back off towards the north and west. That's where we have additional development. It's those storms that are going to be working their way our direction, and as a result, we have a severe thunderstorm watch for many counties across the natural state. That watch is going to be in effect until 5 p.m. this evening. Here's the latest. Most of the state under it, at least in central, southern, and western Arkansas, and it's in this area where we're probably going to see a handful of storms produce some damaging winds and a little bit of hail. We've seen it already this morning. I don't think it's going to be a severe weather outbreak per se, but certainly a couple of storms we're going to keep close eye on. We'll have your extended forecast coming up.
Welcome back. The THV 11 Summer Cereal Drive continues. Going to be wrapping things up soon here in Malvern. We're inside the Walmart. About 9:45 this morning, the sky opened up and the rain came down. Thank you, Walmart, for letting us come in. And some even better news. We received our 700 box of cereal, physical cereal, just a few short seconds ago. Okay. And that is great news because 350 boxes will go to one food pantry, another 350 to another. We also have received quite a bit of cash. A cup of water pantry. We've got Don and Betty. You'll receive 350 boxes of cereal.
All right, wonderful, thank you.
Cup of water. You guys service about how many families?
About 75 a week, every week.
Every week. So 350 boxes will last you for how long?
You know, we kind of have a menu approach to let some of our clients pick what they want. They all don't pick cereal, but that'll carry us probably 2 months.
2 months.
2 months.
Great stuff. And great job, those of you that are out there in Malvern, Arkansas, Hot Spring County. Thank you for donating. We're going to hear from our other pantry coming up in a few moments. Cup of water. Thank you guys for coming out today. Back to you.
Thanks, Tom. Another emotional day of testimony on Capitol Hill today as survivors and families of recent mass shootings called on lawmakers to pass new gun control measures. Skylar Henry shares their stories and pleas with us this afternoon.
11-year-old Mia Cerrillo described what she had to do to survive while a gunman killed her classmates at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas.
He shot my friend that was next to me, and I thought he was going to come back to the room, so I grabbed the blood and put it all over me.
Felix and Kimberly Rubio lost their daughter Lexi in the Uvalde shooting.
I left my daughter at that school, and that decision will haunt me for the rest of my life.
They called on lawmakers to ban assault rifles and high-capacity magazines.
For some reason, to some people, to people with money, to people who fund political campaigns, the guns are more important than children.
Senate Democrats and Republicans are working to see if they can reach some kind of compromise on new gun control measures. Both sides say the negotiations are entering a, quote, critical phase.
Every day we get closer to an agreement, not further away.
Republicans appear to be ready to support measures that tie up loopholes in the background check system, as well as supporting red flag laws, which allow courts to seize guns from people deemed dangerous.
We're hoping to actually get an outcome that'll make a difference in the areas of mental health, school safety, and things that are related to the incidents that occurred in Texas than in Buffalo.
Democrats say they want to vote on a bill by the end of the week. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal says he believes senators are close to agreeing to the framework for a gun control bill. The negotiators are meeting again this afternoon. Little Rock police continue their search for this man wanted for questioning in connection to a weekend homicide. Investigators believe Patrick Hardy has information related to Saturday's shooting at the Exxon gas station on South University Avenue. The victim in that shooting died on Monday. If you have any information about the shooting or Hardy, call police. And this afternoon, Little Rock police and city leaders will address the public about violent crime. The city has already had 37 homicides so far in 2022. That's 10 more than this time last year. While police continue to look for ways to curb crime, some city directors say they're not seeing any progress. And now there are some, like Vice Mayor Lance Hines, who is concerned about the level of transparency at the police department.
I can tell you what I think the root problem is with our public information office in the LRPD. It's not the LRPD's fault. The LRPD and the interim chief and the chief that just retired all report to the mayor.
When asked for a comment, Little Rock police said, quote, in the event of a homicide, a preliminary investigation begins and LRPD utilizes its social media platforms to keep the public updated. The information is the most accurate information that can be shared at that time without compromising an ongoing investigation, end quote. Mayor Frank Scott Jr. also responded to the claims, and you can read his statement on thv11.com. And we'll have more from today's press conference tonight at 5 and 6. Now to the story everyone is talking about. Gas prices continue to climb, with some drivers now paying over $6 a gallon. The bad news doesn't stop there. As Elise Preston explains, experts warn it could get even worse in the coming months.
Across the country, Americans are paying nearly $5 for a gallon of gas. In 13 states, drivers are shelling out even more.
I think it's going to get worse before it gets better, and everyone needs to brace for that.
If I see it hit $6, that's it.
In California, the average price for a gallon of regular is well above $6 at $6.37. Despite the sticker shock,
too damn high. It's ridiculous.
Americans are still hitting the roads for summer travel. Oil analyst Tom Clozo warns the hikes are not slowing down.
July is anything goes.
There is fear gas prices could skyrocket even higher as hurricane season ramps up. A powerful storm could wreak havoc on the country's already stressed refinery capacity.
I think a hurricane really alters the calculus. Then you get into the $6 to $7 a gallon range.
On Capitol Hill, Republican lawmakers are calling on the administration to do something.
Gas prices are exploding, and they are driving a lot of the inflation. And if there's anything that gets the American people's attention, it's the price for a gallon of gas.
While testifying before the Senate Finance Committee, U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said while the U.S. can't fully insulate itself from global economic issues, getting inflation under control is a top priority. Elise Preston, CBS News.
Yesterday, the World Bank warned most countries are likely headed towards a recession. It pointed to the potential of so-called stagflation, a mixture of low growth and rising inflation, as a reason why.